The Border Zone 1494 2AY. Well, it is Dementia Awareness Month. So from UMFC, Aged Care and Disability Support Services, Ruth Harris is in. How are you?
Good, thanks, Sandra.
And from Alzheimer's Australia, Vicki Upston. How are you?
Well, thanks, Sandra. Great to be with you.
Well, thank you so much for both of you for coming in. Vicki, I'd like to ask you, is there a difference between dementia and Alzheimer's?
Yes, there is. Dementia is an umbrella term used to describe various types of dementia. In fact, there are over 100 different types of dementia. I liken it to a can of soup. Imagine a can of soup and you've got so many different flavours. You've got chicken, you've got celery, you've got beef, you've got vegetable, so many. Think of the can of soup as dementia. And then you've got all your dementias, like Alzheimer's, the younger onset dementia, vascular dementia, etc., etc. So it is that umbrella term to describe lots of different cognitive conditions.
The theme of the month is You Are Not Alone.
Yes, I think the theme is about raising awareness for people with dementia or people that are concerned about getting dementia and their families and carers, but also the broader community, because it's very important that not only the person with dementia gets the support, but also their carers.
Unfortunately, there are so many people, even in Hume, with the dementia diagnosis. But the frightening statistic is that by 2050, there looks like a growth of perhaps 376%. Looks like going from 5,000 people to 24.5, nearly 25,000 people. Huge increase.
Gosh.
And the problem is we still don't know what is causing dementia. Lots of theories, lots of researchers and scientists working the world over to try and determine what it is, but still undergoing those trials and testing, and nothing has become available at this stage, unfortunately.
Yeah. Ruth, it's very important that there is support not only for the person with dementia, but for their carer too.
I guess the support to carers is vital because they're an integral part of the person's life, and that could be a spouse, it could be a daughter, daughter-in-law. There is positive experiences through dementia, I guess, personal growth and I guess that feeling of capability and that side of satisfaction. But I guess there can be some negatives, and that could be stress, depression, all those feelings of guilt, frustration, anger, and there's younger onset dementia. Somebody might have to give up work, so there's those financial stresses. So with all of that, the importance of the carer as well as the person with dementia getting the right type of supports and services is vital, really.
Sandra, Alzheimer's Australia looks after the carers as well, and particularly focuses on the carers because they are the ones who need support to undertake this 24/7 job that they didn't necessarily sign up for. So they can also be going through a grieving process because they've lost the person that perhaps they are married to. They might have the bucket list for retirement. With a dementia diagnosis, some of those things may change. They have to think more about an enduring power of attorney. They have to think about advanced care plans, because sadly at this stage a dementia diagnosis is usually a terminal condition. So it's a huge role for the person who's caring for that individual, and we need to make sure that they're supported. They've got some strategies that perhaps we can help them with, put them in place to help them in their day-to-day caring, and there's some time out for them.
And I think, Vicki, there's actually an Alzheimer's Australia, a very good document for carers at the moment, and they talk about the roadmap.
Yes.
And that's around the importance of getting a really good diagnosis as early as possible, planning for the future, be that financial, legal, driving can be an issue, employment and that advanced care planning. And then I guess that help to living at home. It's worth noting there that that can be available locally and also at a national level. Alzheimer's Australia is a national service, but there's also Commonwealth changes under the My Aged Care scheme and the Commonwealth Home Support Program and home care programs. That's, I guess, a referral portal into systems, but also support options at UMFC and across border. They've got things like Interreach, Villa Maria, Mercy.
Lots of different support groups here. And at Alzheimer's Australia, we advocate that you can live well with dementia. The person with dementia can be fully supported, as can the carer and the family, because it's not just the carer and the person living with the dementia diagnosis, but it's often the grown-up children, the grandchildren. It can alter the dynamics of the family unit, so it's important that we provide care and support for all of those people.
If people are interested in finding out about that support, they can head to the UMFC website, umfc.com.au, or of course they can call Alzheimer's Australia, that's 1800 100 500, and the support is there, and that's what it's all about. You are not alone. Dementia Awareness Month this month.
Yes.
Ladies, thank you for coming in.
Thank you,
It's our
Sandra.
pleasure, Sandra.
From UMFC, Ruth Harris, and Alzheimer's Australia's Vicki Upston.